Morning. It's pretty nice outside, I think, so I'm going out. And you see my tomatoes there? They're hard to get in because they're sunny and shadow, but I have 5 or 6 tomatoes. There's a little one over there on this plant. And I have tomatoes on this plant. So, haha. Oh, there's a couple more. So we're making progress here, kids. Making tomatoey progress. And of course my mint is doing so great. And look how pretty mint flowers are. Shading my... Isn't that fun? The birds and the pollinators like my mint. And there's my dog. Hey, Pearl. You say hi? Oop, I'm shadowing her too. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I haven't been outside in quite some time for my video. It's supposed to be a beautiful day today. So Aura and I will be outside, I think, for some of it. I have to finish straightening up the house. The cleaners are coming tomorrow. And that's it. That's it. So, day 2. Got up early. I had to set an alarm because I ended up going to sleep later than I had intended because I was reading a book. I read Still Life by Louise Penny. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's Inspector Gamache, set in Canada, Quebec, I think. Christy recommended them, and there are a ton of them now. That was the first one, and I've put the second one on hold. And I think I read part of one of them, not the first one, although parts of the first one seemed familiar to me, but I didn't know who did it, and I didn't remember the story very well, but some parts of it seemed familiar, so it's possible I read it many years ago. If the second one is about it starts with a chocolate Easter egg hunt, then yeah, I read it before. I remember reading one that, had chocolate around for kids in the very beginning, and I don't think I finished that one. So, but I am pushing forward whenever they come. They'll have to be distributed because all of them have a waiting list. And but Christy recommended them, and so I gave it a try. I had to get on a waiting list for that one too, so it just came. So I just read it, and of course I read it in one sitting. I tried to start early just in case I did that. I was hoping I would stop in the middle, but that's not how I roll. But so I went to bed about 1:45, which made me nervous for my getting up early plan. So I set my alarm for 8:30. And I also opened one of my curtains a little bit so that a little bit of the daylight will come dawn, which I think will help me. And I slept pretty well, and I woke up before the alarm. So I got up, made myself a cup of coffee, sat and read my phone till I brought Dennis his tea. And then I did my exercises. So I've been meaning to mention that the silver lining of me having zero mojo and not doing any knitting is that my arm has been feeling much better with my tendonitis. Unfortunately, today was arm day, and so my arm is a little bit sore, although it's actually feeling kind of okay again. But I'm going to have Dennis put tape on me when he gets up to support that arm for a little while, and I'm going to be a little more careful with what I do with my right arm. I can do tricep curls without any pain, but some of the other ones, I very much leaned on my left arm, and anyway, you don't want to know all the details, but it ended up a little sore, and my plan is to monitor it today to see how it goes. But I told Dennis, he said maybe some tape, so he's going to tape me when he gets up. But I did my exercise. That's 2 days in a row. I got up early, had a coffee, got Dennis's tea, and then did my exercises. So I'm feeling very good about that, I must say. So I'm still taking it pretty easy, just, you know, life easy. I'm not doing too much. Dennis has got some ideas that he wants to do some cooking, and I bought key limes, or had him buy key limes. No, I think actually I bought them like a week and a half ago. I need to process the key limes, which means juice them and zest them a little bit. And then I could make key lime pie, or I could make my strawberry mousse that I made for you the other week, except using key lime. The first original version of that strawberry mousse was to use up key lime. My idea was to make some kind of a creamy dessert that's similar to the filling of a key lime pie. And that's how this whole recipe thing started. So I had used gelatin in that one, which wasn't really necessary, I don't think. So I am going to be substituting key lime juice and zest for the blueberries. And I will let you know how that works out whenever I make it. But the nice thing about that, if you juice the key limes and zest them and put the juice and the zest in the freezer, you can always have, you know, the main ingredient of key lime pie or whatever, whenever you want it. The pain in the neck is the bag of key limes is, you know, I don't know how many key limes are in there. 20 at least, maybe more. It only yields a half a cup of juice. They are very small. And they're not gorgeous, so you have to pick your spot where you're going to get the zest from. So, anyway, I might do a little bit of that today. Dennis is going to be doing some stuff in the kitchen with our new carnivore buns recipe that we made the other day that turned out really good. And he wants to make hot dog buns. And he wants to do a batch with a little bit of sugar in it because he thinks they'll come out very much like scones. And we do like scones with clotted cream. We do. In fact, we're thinking that's what we'll have tomorrow for Dennis's birthday celebration. Not because it's his birthday, because he wants scones. So we'll be doing some kitchen-y things and just doing the final straightening for the cleaners. And yeah, probably read another book. Try to start it earlier. Well, if I'm outside, I can just sit and start a book out here. I need to refill the honey, the hummingbird nectar. I think they have brought it to the bottom, so I'll wash that out and fill it for them. We have some in the fridge, I think. Yeah, just little things like that. I'll get Aura out here. She loves watching the hummingbirds, and she needs to be outside a little more. Although she did actually get out of the house 2 times in the last 2 weeks, because she went to settlement and she went to the bank on Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. She went on Monday. So she hasn't had a lot of doctor's appointments, and she's at the stage where she's really only getting in the car for a doctor's appointment. So that was a miracle to get her outside. But we'll get her on the deck, and that'll be good. And we can read and watch the hummingbirds and enjoy the weather. It's a little less muggy than it has been, and we have a nice breeze, and it's really lovely out here. Very nice. Very nice. So anyway, I'm feeling good. I'm really excited that I did my plan 2 days in a row, and I hope I do it again tomorrow. We'll see what I end up doing the week when the girls are here, you know. I'll be very interested to see how that goes. But whatever happens, you know, spending time with my granddaughters is lovely, although it's already causing Dennis stress. He's so funny. any, you know, we've been hermits for so long. Anything, you know, anything out of the ordinary is stressful. We need to work on that. So there you go. Yeah. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope your weather is wonderful. I hope it's not too hot where you are. I hope it's not too smoky. There's a corner of Iran where they're predicting 156 degrees today. That's like medium rare. Might be medium. People can't stand to be in that temperature with that level of humidity for more than a few hours. Because when it's really humid and it's really hot, your sweat doesn't evaporate. You can't cool yourself. So, the thing that really, well, I mean, that really worried me. But I saw a map of South America, and much of South America is in winter. I mean, a lot of South America is in the, you know, between the tropic, you know, in the whatever zone that is. It's not much of South America is not south of the equator, but lots of it is, and there are places in winter in South America where it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's crazy. So I don't even know why I'm talking about it. There's nothing I can do except send my thoughts to the poor people. Anyway, maybe I'll have to cut this out. It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, and I hope it's okay in your neighborhood and that the air is breathable and livable. Please, please, take good care of yourselves. Be very careful. Very careful. Stay safe and stay sane.